Well, it's a little windy right now, but my first YouTube video is going to be entitled Composting with Tires. And as you can see, there's tires all around the backyard. Really, you only need two. One that is open like this, and another one that actually has the rim on it still to keep critters and things out. In a second, I'll get back to why you need that. Okay, as you can see, this is the same shot except with the tire without the rim on it. This big hole originally started as just a flat piece of earth like that, but after months of composting, we actually got a pretty good hole going here, which as you can see is very good for composting. So some of the things you'll need are basically a little bit of flat, unused ground, some tires, an open one and one with a rim, a shovel, doesn't have to be fancy, just a good old shovel, and then this thing right over here, and I'll show you how we use that. I'm able to come out here about once a week and collect some compost for my wife's garden, which, well, let's walk on over there and see what we're talking about. Cool. She used to have a garden that was on the ground, but the rats got to it, so we're doing above ground gardening now. Here's some seedlings that she's starting. Here's some that are going already in these nice big black containers that we got from Costco. Here's some, what are these, baby? Red what? Cabbage. That's cabbage. This is broccoli. More broccoli. And these are kohlrabi. And we even got some purple kohlrabi. We got some potatoes in here. You can't really see it too well, but anyway. And then she's got more stuff going over here.
Hi there.
One thing I forgot you were going to need is some just leaves from anywhere, dead leaves. You mix those in with your compost and they just help to make better compost. There's something in them that just helps. Okay, so basically this is just stuff that we collected from the kitchen or from the garden. Just, you know, compostable things that have been sitting here for about a week or two. You just let it sit there, mix it up every now and again. Doesn't have to be often, just every week or so. And it just basically works for you. It works all by itself. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some tires over here. And some big pieces of plastic, which are basically like dog food bags that I've just cut in half. What I'm doing is using them as collectors. I'm going to put the tires back. I'm making like a little bridge type thing. Getting this sifter, putting it up there, right near my compost pit, so that I can make some compost easily. Now it's just a matter of just taking the compost, sifting it out, The big pieces that don't go through, we'll put back in, and I'll show you an example of that in just a second. Okay, so few shovelfuls of compost through the sifter. I'm sorry, I'm trying to do this all with one hand. Just mix it through that. And what happens, the nice thing about the sifter is you don't have to wait for the compost to break down completely. You just kind of have it go back and forth, and then the pieces that are just too big for the sifter just go right back in the compost, get used all over again until they break down completely. And this just makes some real nice compost for my wife's little vegetable gardens. I'll show you an example. Hi, Julie. Good old dirt. I'll show you in a second what I can get from this big old pit that I have here. Be right back. A little more than midway through the composting process. So as you can see, the nice good compost is going underneath. The leftover stuff gets left on top, and then whatever is too big to go through just gets set off to the side, and eventually it'll just be getting pushed right back into the hole. So I'll show you how much compost we got out of that in just a second. So eggshells, collard green stems, which Kelly grew herself, orange peels, bad pieces of onion ends, carrot ends, pretty much anything that's vegetable that you would throw away went into this compost. Avocado, bad parts of avocado seeds, and I did remember what the leaves that you got out of the garden, which I keep in here, were for. Those add nitrogen. Yeah, so let me show you an example. 1 second. So I'm pretty much done with this. This goes over here to this pile. Take some of this, go ahead and shove it back into the compost pit. Dead leaves. And repeat. And then eventually, after using the sifter, after each week, you can just get a nice amount of compost to use in your garden. And I'll tell you, this stuff is killer. It just makes this stuff grow. It's amazing. So, hope I helped, and hope you all have some happy gardening. Bye bye. So this is a 30-pound bag of dog food. That's about how much compost I got in about a week. Let's see how much it fills it up. So real compactly, about a quarter of the way filled up. And here's the leftover compost, what wouldn't go through the sifter. back in there with some dead leaves mixed in for, what did I say, nitrogen. I said nitrogen. Here goes the big tire over it. And then the one with the cover on top to keep any critters or rodents out. I know those little grasshoppers get in there. I wish some worms would get in there, but you know, any kind of small animals are great. They help break it down. But what we're trying to keep out is rats and whatnot, so that's why we put the tires on top. Raccoons, anything like that. Not that we have raccoons out in this area, but even so. So, there you go. Composting with a hole and a couple tires. Plenty of compost after about 1 week. Good luck to all you average gardeners, or all you new gardeners. And any questions, just leave them in the comment section. I'll try to answer them. Bye bye.